Are you ready to try the best pumpkin bread you'll ever taste? I'm taking you from fresh homemade pumpkin puree all the way to the most delicious melt in your mouth pumpkin bread you have ever baked. Trust me, once you make this, it'll be on repeat all fall long. So grab your aprons and let's get baking. This is a recipe you don't want to miss. Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Jen and I make homemaking videos. Today we are diving into making some pumpkin puree, and we are going to make some of the best, absolute best homemade pumpkin bread you have ever put in your mouth. Let me just start out by telling you how I quickly make pumpkin puree. I quarter my pumpkin. I take all of the insides out, as much of it as I can get, and I put it in a 350-degree oven covered with some aluminum foil if you choose, until it is fork tender. In other words, if you mush a fork down into it, it should just sink down to the bottom. And I let it cool, and then as you see I'm doing here, I am just simply removing all the pulp out of the shell of the pumpkin and putting it in a bowl. I also save the seeds because we all like pumpkin seeds and they are pretty easy to make. And right after this, you will quickly see me make a batch of these. You can do it however you like. The essential part of it is I put mine on 350 and bake them for until they look toasty. I mean, it could be anywhere from 10 to maybe 15 minutes. I don't honestly pay attention. I toss mine in oil, put a little garlic powder on them, and I also added in some chili lime and some salt. You can put whatever you like on these. In fact, you can put nothing on them at all except the oil. It's up to you. They are very simple to make. And after that, we are going to be doing a couple dishes, and we are going to make some pumpkin bread. And let me tell you, everybody in my family loves it. They tried it, and it is hands down one of the best pumpkin bread recipes I have ever made, and I think you are all really going to enjoy it. After washing all the pumpkin seeds and removing all the wonderful pumpkin goo, you're going to want to pat them dry on paper towel so that they're completely dry, so that they will bake a little bit quicker. If you go super easy on the salt or forgo the salt altogether, did you know that roasted pumpkin seeds have some great health benefits? One of those health benefits are better sleep, because pumpkin seeds are loaded with magnesium, and magnesium is good for your sleep health. It will help you to fall asleep faster and to stay asleep longer. Because of the antioxidants in them, they are great for acne-prone skin. Lord knows I could use that. They are also good for heart health, bone health, blood sugar control, prostate and bladder health, hair health, fertility, immune system, protein, and dietary fiber. Seriously, who would have thought that a simple seed from a pumpkin could have so many health benefits? But look it up for yourself and You will read all the benefits. They are full of antioxidants and lots of things that one's body needs.
Hi, Granny.
Hi, honey. How are you? How are you? I like your cowboy boots. Cowgirl boots.
And that boy.
Huh? No, they're cowgirl boots for sure.
Yeah, Dad got me them.
He
from
did.
Walmart.
Oh, that's awesome.
Seeds. Oh, yes. Here we put the garlic all over the roasted pumpkin innards.
Innards. The innards are out.
Oh. You know, that's the first time checking the time today.
Really?
4:33. Nobody even notices when I'm on Facebook.
Oh, why were you off Facebook?
My phone's out of service.
Oh. Tell us if I heard from you.
Huh?
Tell us if I heard from you. Tala.
What?
A little birdie told me that your house is all decorated for Halloween.
What?
A little birdie told me that your house is all decorated for Halloween.
No, Dad always did decorate it.
He did? Oh my goodness.
You have to see it.
He did?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When,
Is it scary?
no, it doesn't have nothing in it. It
Oh,
doesn't have clown things in
no
it.
clowns. That's good.
This year.
But Dad, a better.
Oh.
Oh, no, not better. Grammy, if you come over my house, you can see something in my room. Decorations.
I'll have to come look. Is that an invitation? Okay.
Oh, it's no, it's a prize.
Oh, it's a surprise. So when I see it, I'm gonna act surprise,
No,
right?
that's because the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Then when I say open your eyes, you see it.
Okay. That's what we'll do. And so it begins. Last night when we were at Walmart, it snowed, and this morning it was still on the ground. Yes, we are going to get into our pumpkin bread making, but first let's clean up this mess and get it out of the way so that we can start with a nice, fresh, clean kitchen. So yesterday I cooked my pumpkin and I put it away in the refrigerator because we actually did a quick Walmart run last night. But today I'm actually going to make a loaf or two of pumpkin bread. It's a new recipe that I'm trying, and I'll let you know how it comes out after it's made and we all try some. And I'll be sharing the recipe with you in the comments below. This recipe is by Natasha's Kitchen, and I'll also leave you the link to her website in the description. I'm not going to post the full recipe, just what you need. First thing you need to do is butter and lightly dust your 2 baking pans with flour. I've got this butter spray that I'm going to use. Just going to spray my pans. I usually buy the spray that comes with the flour in it because it's just more convenient. Because I really do not enjoy doing this. So our pans are prepared. That spoon in there. And I will put my butter spray away. Now, we've preheated the oven. We are going to whisk together our dry ingredients. So that is what we will do. I will grab another bowl. I'm going to attach my we'll do our dry ingredients right here. So we need our 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I suppose you can add a little bit of wheat if you want to. We have flour, 1.5 cups of white sugar. And next we're going to do 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Easy peasy. Whoops. As long as I don't drop them all over the floor. 1 teaspoon. So we've got baking soda. This baking soda. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. My oven is preheated. I'm going to smash these little lumps out. We don't want those. Okay. That's that. I will put these 2 ingredients away so we do not make a huge mess. Okay. And we need salt, and that was half a teaspoon of salt. That's a quarter. We'll just do 3/4. It's just as easy. Simple math. There's 1. And there's 2. So that's half a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to add in our spices. And what I'm going to change here is it called for cloves and nutmeg and a bunch of other stuff and cinnamon. I'm going to do pumpkin pie spice. Just because it includes most of those anyhow. There's 1. And there's 2. And I'm going to add in a bit of cinnamon as well. I love the warm spices that come with fall. They're so good. Okay, that should be all the dry spices, and we're just going to quickly mix these together. Make sure everything's combined. And on to the next thing. we are going to, in a second bowl, whisk together the wet ingredients, which you don't have to have a mixer for this, but I do, and I'm going to use it. 1 cup of oil. You can use olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. Choice is yours. Sink to soak. You want 15 ounces of pumpkin puree. You can use canned or fresh that you just baked at home or cooked at home and put away. And you're going to have 3 eggs. There's 1. Here's the next one. And that makes 3. That should be all of the wet ingredients. Okay, we are going to get this mixing. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients in a little bit at a time, and we're going to mix them on low. Since this is a hand mixing recipe, you don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to add some in. Add about half. That was a little more than half though. And a bit more. And a bit more until it's gone. And I'm going to stop this for a minute. Make sure it's scraped well. I have not made pumpkin bread since we lived in our big house, well, our rented big house in Bucksport. It was a 6-bedroom house that we rented. We lived there for close to 9 years. It's where my kids, a lot of them grew up. And we used to take the pumpkins that we made into jack-o'-lanterns, and we would let the kids carve them, and then we would turn them into pumpkin puree. This is what you end up with. It's okay if it's a bit lumpy and bumpy. If you used fresh pumpkin, you're probably going to have that a bit. I could have run my pumpkin through the blender and possibly should have. I baked my pumpkin. I could have probably boiled it. I'm not sure. I've always just baked it. Or microwaved it. Let me just make sure it's completely incorporated. I didn't want to overdo it with my mixer. Okay. You know, I'm going to actually grab my scale so that I can make sure that these end up weighing the same. That way they'll cook the same in the oven. Going to zero it out. Okay. There we go. I'm going to eyeball it to half. And then I will fill the other as well. This one says it's at 1 pound 1 pound 4 ounces, and a tiny bit over. Now we'll try this one. Oh. 1.47. My scale's going a bit wonky. 1.48. That's at 6.5. That's a little bit less than that. I will see what I can scrape up here. Smells so good. It's not even baking yet. They are exactly the same in weight, almost. Oh, that one's a little more. Once it leveled up some. Wash my hands real quick. I'm just going to grab a little spoon. Just take a tiny bit of this and put it over here. That's 168. That's it's off by just a fraction. And I will tell you about how long they're going to take to cook. It says 45 to 55 minutes, but it also says what it would normally say with any recipe, that it can vary based on your oven, the color of your baking pan. A darker pan will bake faster, which is what I have, and a lighter pan will take longer to bake. So you just have to keep an eye on it for that amount of time. Start checking it at the lowest time. I check mine with a toothpick. If it comes out clean, it's done. Set a timer for 45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes.
And we're going to get
Starting
this
now.
little bit of a mess cleaned up, so I do not have to deal with it later. A lot of my pumpkin I'm probably going to freeze in 1 cup increments and freeze it flat so it will unthaw fast so that I can use it. And I may go and buy a few more baking pumpkins so that I will have it for a while to cook with, unless I can find pumpkin puree on sale. And when you're making this, if you do get canned pumpkin, be sure that it's the puree. Do not get like the Libby's, the pumpkin pie mix stuff that's in the can, because that your bread will not turn out. Spaghetti. Some certain child. I just got these pink spatulas, and I got a scraper and some spoons, serving spoons from Walmart last night. They're made by Cook with Color, and I have a few other ones that are in, I think, teal, and they work good. So when I saw them for $1.48, I grabbed myself another set of pink ones. I was going to just have the pink, but there were certain things that they didn't have. Grab a clean towel so I can dry this bowl off and get my beaters put back on here. other dishes I will just let dry up there. Keep this recipe, hoping it's a good one. If it is, I'll slip it into my cookbook. I'm gonna toss this sponge now. I think we are done with that. It's seen its days. These are dirty. I wiped the flour, and these can go back over here. I do need to fill up my canisters with some flour and stuff. It would make it much more convenient than getting out my big buckets. I think somebody put spaghetti in there. Get this in the trash. Thank goodness for the signal drainer. And I forgot a pan. It's okay. Lucky, what's the matter? I bought a bunch of these clear American waters at Walmart last night. I bought 4 different ones. I bought creamy orange cream, this which is Fuji apple, and key lime, and I think cherry lime or something like that. Cherry limeade. This one's good. It tastes like sparkling apple juice. And the orange cream tasted like a creamsicle, like one of the popsicles with the ice cream in the middle. I will tell you, dieting is getting harder. Much harder. I slipped yesterday hard. But today, I'm back on it. I'm looking at my baseboards and I'm seeing they all need to be scrubbed. All of them. Be a good project before Christmas to get them all scrubbed down and looking good. Okay, we will be back in about 36 minutes. And through the magic of the internet, the pumpkin bread should be done. I'll see you then. Watch out, Luck. Watch out, buddy. Toothpick came out clean. It's done. Both are done. And they actually get done a little bit quicker than what they said that they would. And now I am just going to let them cool on the counter as long as I can. So they don't get, if they don't get eaten faster than I hope. But all you have to do is check them with a timer. Check them with a toothpick and you are good to go. And I am just looking for a cooling rack that I know I have somewhere. I cannot find my cooling rack, so this will work. Just pop this up here, give it enough airflow underneath it to cool off. It's nice and cool in my kitchen, so it won't take all that long. And we'll be back in a little bit to try some out. As soon as Bella heard it come out of the oven, she had to try some. I did not show myself cutting it because it was really, as you can see, way too hot to come out of the pan. But I definitely have to try some myself and see how good it is. Perfect. It has a very light, spicy, pumpkin-y taste. It is really good. I'll share the recipe down in the comments for you. It's not like one of those real strong pumpkin-y tastes, but I bet when it cools off, it will pick up more of it. So, definitely gonna try this. Hey Google, stop. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy cleaning. Bye-bye.